Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea and thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to move through a fun intermediate to advanced level yoga flow with optional progressions and transitions, so feel free to take them as you wish. We're going to start in a seated position. Go ahead and root yourself down through the mat, sitting tall through the spine, and the crown of your head is reaching towards the sky. Start to connect with your breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Trying to create an equal inhale to exhale. Drop your shoulders down. Relax your face. Perhaps you want to set an intention for your practice today. Let's move on and start a side body stretch, dropping your left hand down to the floor, reaching your right hand up and over. Try to leave space throughout the neck, and maybe the gaze can go up towards the sky. Working that elbow down towards the mat, and then we will rainbow our way all the way to the other side, dropping your right hand down and bringing your left hand high. Big breath here. And coming back to center, we'll take a gentle twist, bringing right hand to opposite knee, thinking head over heart, heart over pelvis. Breathe full. Let's come back to neutral and take a breath. And twisting to the other side. Left hand comes to knee, twisting the spine. I'm working on pivoting the shoulders more so than bringing the gaze behind you. Back to center, another breath. And then we're going to cross our hands to clasp our fingers together like so, but bring them behind the back. We're going to take our right arm, wrap it as far around the back towards the left as you can to stretch out your shoulder, and then tilt your head towards the side. Lifting the gaze slowly, the chin goes towards the sky. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, gently drop the chin down towards the chest. Now you can find a point that feels really good to hold and breathe here, or perhaps you continue the movement, inhaling the chin high and bringing it back down. Now we'll just come back to center and switch on over to the other side, wrapping your left hand around. You might have to switch your position with the fingers. Lifting the chin up and then down. Breathe in, lifting the chin, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, look up, and exhale, bring it down. We will let go of the arms, bring them to the knees. Take a couple of tilts with the head, maybe drop the chin, looking up, coming back to center. And then from here, we're going to flatten the feet in front of us, bringing feet to plant on the floor. Knees are lifted up towards the sky. And for a moment before we move on, we're going to stretch the wrists a little bit. So bring the fingertips to point towards the back of the mat and then the front of the mat, and kind of lean into them a little bit, rocking forward and back. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring palms to plant, fingertips facing the glutes and lifting the hips up towards the sky. Breathe, tuck the tailbone down and underneath, drawing that belly button up and in. Slowly drop your hips back down towards the mat and right away coming into your boat pose. You can keep the hands planted behind you, or you can lift them parallel to the legs. Drop your shoulders, pull the chest forward. Perhaps you extend your legs long. You can always hold behind the knees too. Take another breath, and then we're going to cross our shins and extend our legs, coming right away into a halfway lift. As you exhale, find your forward fold and bend the knees if you feel really tense. Take a breath here. Bring some weight into the front of the feet, and then inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Walk the hands as you stay in your forward fold, just towards the front of your mat, towards the front of the room, lengthening out the upper back, and then bring them back. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees and round yourself to your standing position, reaching your arms towards the sky and hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching the hands back up, maybe a gentle back bend. Cactus the arms down, elbows draw together, reaching back up. Open the arms wide, heart opens to the sky, and we'll fold forward in our Swan Dive. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bend the knees, plant the palms, and just step into your plank position. Stretch out the calves, lowering those hips down so that we're a nice plank and parallel to the mat. Maybe you drop the knees, but we'll move through our vinyasa. You can always kind of do both. Lowering down and inhaling, press through the palms. Gaze up. Squeeze the glutes, and we'll come back to our first down dog. Heels are reaching towards the mat, but they don't have to touch. Your heart is falling open towards the earth. Your tailbone is lifting high towards the sky. You can stay in stillness, or perhaps you pedal the feet back and forth, pressing firmly through the palms. Take another deep breath, lift the heels, bend the knees, and we'll just take one big step to the front of our mat. Halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Rounding all the way through to your standing position and reaching your arms high, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump to your plank position. Breathe, leaning forward and then taking your vinyasa. Inhaling the gaze up, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, down dog. Breathe, lift the heels, and we're going to send our hips over to the left side, crunching through the left side body. Perhaps you're comfortable here, and you can always maybe lift an arm or the gaze up to the sky. Whatever you wish. Coming back to center, lift the hips, lift the heels, and we will crunch it to the right side. Bring the hips down. You might stay here enjoying the side body stretch or lift your left arm. Come back to center, lift the hips high towards the sky. Take a breath, bend the knees, hop to the front of your mat into your halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Coming all the way through, reach the arms to the sky and bring hands to heart center. Breathe, connect back to yourself for a moment, and we will continue. Arms will reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift, find length. And this time, let's lift our left leg towards the back of the room. Toes are reaching. Hips are nice and square. We're going to bend the left knee and bring the left heel to wrap around your right, dropping the hips for 1. Extend back through. Bring it back down for 2. Reaching the toes back. Down for 3. Extend and inhale. And down for 4. Reach through the toes. And we're going to drop the left foot to the back of the mat and lift the arms to the sky. Crescent Lunge. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Lifting the gaze to the sky, breathe in and then cactus your arms. Reaching them up and then planting them to the floor, dropping your left knee to the ground. Staying here and hold, stretching through your hip flexor. Your foot can be flat or toes tucked, whatever you prefer. Starting to walk your right foot over to the left side of the mat and adjusting into your pigeon pose. You can keep a long spine, chest lifted, or perhaps you sink into your sleeping pigeon. If this is difficult for you, you can always place a block underneath your sit bone, or even come leaning onto your hip and into a zigzag position with the legs. Trying to find a release throughout the glute and maybe even in your low back. And depending on how far you are, you may even feel a release in your quad. Breathe deep here. Coming back up, press through the palms, tuck the back toes, and we're going to extend all the way into our three-legged dog, lifting the right leg high towards the sky. Coming all the way back through, bring knee to nose and back into your three-legged dog. And then we're going to lean forward, keeping your right leg lifted into a one-legged chaturanga. Lifting the gaze and exhale, find your down dog. Big deep breath here. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and take a big step or hop forward. Exhaling into your forward fold and rounding all the way up to your standing position. Palms together and exhale, hands to heart. Getting ready for the other side. Reach the arms to the sky, folding forward. Inhale to halfway lift and then lifting the right leg towards the back of the room. Squaring off the hips, bending the right knee and bringing the right heel to hook around your left. Drop the hips. Extend, inhale. Bring it back down for 2. Inhale, extend. Down for 3. Reach through the toes. And last one, bring it down. Extend through. We're going to drop the right foot to the back of the mat, lifting the arms to the sky. Crescent lunge, settling in, making sure that your knee is right over your ankle. Exhale, cactus your arms. Reach up towards the sky. Bring the palms down towards the floor and drop your right knee to the ground. Holding here, settling in and feeling this release through the hip flexor, your psoas. Getting ready to walk that left foot over to the right side and adjusting into your pigeon posture. Now, find your pigeon posture. Maybe you stay tall and it feels good through the hip flexor. You want to come down and relax in your sleeping pigeon. Perhaps take a couple head rolls with the neck. Take a breath. And then we will bring the palms to the mat, pressing through, tuck the back toes, and lift your left leg all the way back into three-legged dog. Inhale, reach through the toes. We're going to take our knee, bring it in for a high knee to nose. Extend back to three-legged dog. And then into your one-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lifting through. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Become aware of any differences within the body. Lift the heels, drop the heels. Maybe you stay where you are. Bend the knees, gaze forward, and we're going to hop forward to the front of our mat. Exhaling into forward fold, rounding through to our standing position. Palms together and exhale, hands to heart. Our left leg's going to lift up, bending the knee. Perhaps you stay here and hold, work on your balance. You can grab onto your knee, or you can even start to reach down for your heel. Now, all of these points you can stay and hold, and if you are comfortable moving forward, you can continue with me. Maybe you extend through your left leg, and in time, working your chest and forehead down to your left shin. Keeping a solid foundation through the right foot. Maybe you even have to bend that leg a little bit. Coming back through the same way we came in, and we're going to step the left leg all the way to the back of the mat, back into our crescent lunge. Opening the heart, bringing fingertips together, and exhale, come down, drop the palms. We're going to step our right foot back to three-legged dog. We're going to bring the right foot behind the right hand and into a lizard pose. Now maybe you drop the back knee, you can keep it extended, but feel this hip opener. Take a few breaths here. Planting through the left palm, we're going to lift the right hand to the sky. We're going to try to step that left leg up and through the hand and foot, bringing it forward, hold, really engaging through the core. And then go ahead, bring it back. Then we're going to solidify the foundation through the feet, cartwheeling all the way up and to the back of our mat into our half squat. Lengthening through the spine, breathe, the palms are together. Coming all the way back to the front of your mat, bending through your front knee, planting the palms, and we'll step all the way back to our three-legged dog with our right leg high. Draw it in for a high knee to nose, and then wrap your right leg around your left. Bend the knees. Maybe you stay here, or you can start to pivot the grounded foot and opening up the heart, dropping hips towards the floor. Knees are now towards the sky. Slowly come back, plant the palm, lift your right leg towards the sky, bend the knee. Hold here, or take your wild thing. Planting the foot behind you, lifting your heart to the sky. With control, plant that palm back to the floor, lift the foot towards the sky, and step it open wide again to the right side of your hand. And then with control, stepping all the way up into your Yogi Squat. Palms together, elbows are pressing against the knees. Perhaps you open up the arms, taking a gentle twist. And then the other way. Take a breath, come back to center, hands to heart center. And then preparing for a little crow exercise, or you can go right into it if you want. But what we'll do is find our knees coming behind our elbows to our triceps. We almost want to pretend like they're glued together. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees, the wrists as well, and we'll bring the palms to the mat. Gaze is forward. Lift the heels, lift the hips. We're drawing everything in towards the center body, and you can always work one toe at a time, lifting it up off of the floor and hugging those heels in towards the glute. Now you can come gently out, stepping back to plank and moving through your vinyasa. You can always hop to your chaturanga. From down dog, we'll hop to the front of our mat to halfway lift and exhale into forward fold. Slowly rounding through to our standing position, reaching the arms high, palms together, and working our way to the other side. Inhale, arms high, we'll reach the right knee towards the sky, bringing it up into the belly. Either hold the knee, maybe you reach for the foot, and either one of these you can hold. Perhaps you start to extend through the right leg and slowly bringing chest and forehead down towards the shin. Take a breath, slowly moving backwards, same way you came in, and we'll step the right leg to the back of the mat, reach the arms high. Fingertips are together and we're really reaching them up and towards the back of us. Open the heart and arms, bring palms to mat, and step your left leg up to three-legged dog. After a nice full breath, we'll bring our left leg behind our left palm into our lizard pose. Opening up the hip, taking a few breaths here. You can always settle into the forearms on the mat as well. If you'd like to take the foot in front of you, you'll plant through the right hand, lift the left towards the sky, and then bring the foot up and through. With control, bringing it back to the back of your mat, finding your steadiness and cartwheeling all the way up and into your half squat at the back of your mat. So your right knee is bent, left leg is long, and feeling this release through the inner thigh. Take a breath. Then we're going to adjust ourselves back to the front of the mat, bending through the left knee. Plant the palms. Send your left leg back up to three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring it to your nose for high knee to nose, and then wrap it right around your right leg. Bend both knees. Staying here in an eagle style down dog. Maybe you dip the hips over to the left, pivoting your grounded foot and opening your heart to the sky. Breathe, and with control, let's plant through the palm. Lift your left leg back up towards the sky. Bend the knee. You can hold here, or maybe flip your dog. Lifting hips to the sky. Squeeze the glutes. Opening through the heart. Breathe. And coming back. Lift the left leg to the sky. Stepping it all the way up and behind the left palm, and then with control, stepping the right leg up behind the right palm. Coming back into your Yogi Squat, your Malasana. Now hold here. Perhaps you open up again. You can always enjoy this gentle twist, or even take it a little further into a bind. Wrapping your left arm underneath your shin and then connecting the fingertips together behind you. Inhale. Coming back out and to center. If you took that binder twist on the one side, let's go ahead and even it out. Finding which variation works for you the best, and it might be different on both sides. You might still be holding it center. Fight the urge to want to come out of this and just take one more breath. Let's go ahead and take another practice of crow. Now feel free to practice your crow. Maybe you're here, knees to triceps glued together, keeping elbows drawn into center, lifting heels to glute, staying strong through your arms and feeling the whole of your palm. Now perhaps this is an optional progression you can move with me to. Perhaps you slowly start to drop the crown of your head towards the mat, creating a tripod stance with head and hands. You can always tuck the knees into the belly, lifting them off of the triceps and holding here, and coming into an optional headstand, or you can even extend the legs all the way to the sky. Continue your breath here. Stay strong in the glutes and through your core. Feel free to bend the knees and start to bring them back towards the triceps. Doing your best that you can to keep that control as you move back through either your chaturanga or meeting straight into down dog. That was incredible. Great job. So whenever you're ready, we're going to meet in our child's pose. Knees to floor, big toes together, and bringing the hips down towards the heels. You can roll out the wrists, start to rock the head side to side if it feels good. But allow the body to take a moment to relax, resetting the spine and allowing it to release all the tension. Continue breathing. Inhale and exhale. Let's round up to our table pose. Sway the hips side to side, maybe roll them back and forth. And then bringing our left leg to lengthen through, maybe stretch the calf real quick, and then we're going to bring it up into our pigeon pose again. Now you can keep it here, you can take your sleeping pigeon posture, or you can start to work through another optional progression and move your way through king pigeon or even mermaid. So maybe you just start by bending your knee, lifting your heel and toes to the sky, starting to notice quite a deeper release through the quad and hip flexor. Perhaps you hold the ankle with one hand or the other. You can bring that foot into the elbow and maybe take your mermaid, connecting the fingertips. Or both hands can reach for the ankle as you kind of put some resistance against each other, really, to help open up the heart. Find what works for you. Coming to switch on to the other side, walk out the feet first in your plank position. We'll take a moment in down dog, opening up the heart, just stretching it out, and then bring it back down to the knees. Take a quick stretch with the right leg, and then bring it up and forward into your pigeon pose. Find your variation, breathing your way into the progressions, taking it one step at a time. Now, if you're not quite at the full progressions or these particular advanced progressions, then it's all right. Give yourself some time. Every person will be at a different point in their practice, and we're all on our own mat. So this is our own practice. It doesn't matter anyone else. So maybe you're bringing the foot into your elbow. Perhaps you're still in your sleeping pigeon or even in your zigzag, because that's okay. These are all here as options, and I am here to guide you. So take them as you wish. Take one more breath. Plant the palms, and let's extend the legs. Walk out the feet, stretch the calves. Let's enjoy down dog for another breath. And then let's bring our left leg up, and then our right, crossing the legs, coming to a seated position. I'm going to come to the wide side of the mat and facing you. Let's enjoy a wide-legged forward fold. So sit tall, and you might find yourself right here at your edge, keeping a nice long low back. Now, of course, if you're able to fold all the way forward, let's work our way to that, bringing the toes to point towards the sky. Maybe you bring palms together and walk the elbows forward like I'm showing in the video. You can relax the forehead and chest to the mat if it's in your reach. Or you can even open the arms to reach the fingers to the toes. Pick your favorite. And then let's slowly walk ourselves up. Tall spine, and bring the left leg in towards the right. Let's face the front of our mat. Enjoy a seated forward fold for a moment. Pull the belly button forward, chest, and then the forehead to your legs, to your shins. Big deep breath here. Feeling your ribs and your belly sneak forward down your leg. Slowly coming back up, tall spine, and let's just come down to a lay down position. Back to spine, rock out the knees, side to side. Our left leg will come up. Go ahead and grab hold of your knee, your shin, or even your toes. And we're working our shin towards our chest, towards our forehead. And then let's bend the knee, taking a variation of cradle position. You can rock or stay in your stillness. Similar to pigeon pose as well, we're just kind of feeling this release through the glute. And then let's extend the left leg long, opening up the hip wide, and your right knee will fall away to act as a bit of a counter pose. or counterbalance. Take a big deep breath, find your inhale, and then as you exhale, let's take a gentle twist, taking the foot all the way over to the right side of the room. You can stay here, or perhaps you bend that bottom knee and you can reach the hands to grab hold of the toes behind you. Allow your body to breathe here and let gravity take over. Without the slingshot effect, let's go ahead and release and come back to neutral spine. Getting ready to enjoy the other side, bringing the right leg up, extending the leg as far as you can, and reaching the shin and knee down towards your chest and forehead. Keeping the tailbone down towards the mat, shoulders are drawing down and back too. Let's go ahead and bend the knee, taking that variation of cradle pose. Keeping your foot flexed to avoid any pain in the knee. Let's extend the right leg long, letting the left knee fall in the opposite direction. Inhale. And then as you exhale, let's take our leg all the way over to the left side. And maybe you stay here. You can always bend through the knee if it's just a bit too much. Always adjust as your body tells you to. You can always grab hold of the toes behind you, bending through that bottom knee. Take a nice full breath. And slowly, let's release. Come back to a center and neutral spine. Bring both of the legs up towards the sky, and for just a moment, we'll take a reverse forward fold. So both legs now will come towards the chest and forehead. Perhaps you can lift the tailbone and hips up off of the mat and really connect thighs to belly, shin to forehead. You can always have a strap here holding the bottoms of your feet or shins and bringing them closer to yourself. From wherever you are, we will slowly bring the spine to a flat position on the mat, and then feet will come to plant as well. One more time, let's sway the knees side to side. And then bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees wide. Allow a moment here to take a breath. Relax the whole body. Drop the shoulders to the mat. Find comfort, find stillness. I encourage you to pause the video here and enjoy after maybe extending the legs, and have your shavasana. Let your body benefit from this practice. If you have some other plans and some things to do, let's go ahead and end this practice together, coming up to a comfortable seated position. Nice tall spine. Take a big deep breath. Great practice today, you guys. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Let's finalize this class together. Inhale, arms will reach up to the sky. Palms together and bring it to heart center. Again, inhale, arms reach up, palms together and bring it down. Give yourself a bow and thank yourself for coming onto your mat today. Thank you so much, my friends. Namaste. Until next time.